Hello, ladies and gentlemen, I'm the Innkeeper, and today we're going to be doing some more time-lapsing in a Stonehearth. Yes, feels like it's a, it's a pretty good idea. Great intro right there. I'm always complaining about my ability to create an optimal intro. I just can't do it. And then I go on tangents like this, which isn't necessarily a tangent, because it's still talking about intros. We're in the same dilemma, I feel, as we were in every other video, really. So, which isn't great. Also, I wasn't really trying to say dilemma there, but I felt like transitioning into the idea of being in some form of dilemma. Anyway, I mean, we are, essentially, since I can't do a proper intro. Anyway, welcome. Today I'm building a kind of windmill, not really windmill. I'm not too sure what it ended up being. More like a house, but with some sort of interesting looking windmill, some sort of device that uses wind to spin, I feel, which is a windmill, right? No? Okay, sure. Obviously, we're going to go for the sort of more Asian theme that we've been trying to emulate over the past few videos so that we can improve our skills when creating structures in the new Welcome to Tree Blossom series. Nearly forgot what it was called there. Glad I didn't. But there you are. We're just sort of using the same design as we usually do when creating the roofs. And we'll be doing two of these roofs. One of them right here being the bigger version. And then another one right above it, similar to what we did with the pagoda design. The problem I have with this building is that there's a scaling problem. And also the fact that, I mean, I can't find any real life versions of this kind of structure. When I said to myself, okay, let's make a windmill. We usually make windmills though. That's the problem, really. I said to myself, I want to make a windmill, but I don't want to do a similar design to what I usually do, being the sort of traditional look of a windmill. So I try to make things a little bit different. And I remember Age of Empires 2 had a very interesting windmill design that I don't think is really used at all. I don't really know. I can't find anything on the interwebs that relates to the kind of structure that I will be trying to create. It's mostly on... It's not really a... how would I explain it? I don't know how to explain it. You're going to see it. But I had the ability to explain it earlier, but now that I'm talking, it's gone away from my mind. Once again, going back to the pagoda design using the red bricks right there, just to fill some space, make things look a little bit more interesting. You can probably hear Merv in the background chewing away. It really annoys me. That noise! He can't stop but annoy me in everything he does. Which is, well, it's annoying. But yes, back to Age of Empires 2. Yeah, there's a very interesting looking windmill design that isn't actually part of the factions being a sort of Asian factions. Well, I mean, it is, but not necessarily China or... Are they factions in the game? Wait, I'm pretty sure they are. But are both of them? I'm pretty sure both of them are in the game. China definitely is. The Japanese? No, yeah, they are. Okay. I'm pretty sure of it. I looked this up and everything, but it just goes away from my mind so quickly that I just start to judge myself. Well, judge my sanity as well. Once again, these videos are... Say once again. Stop saying once again. You didn't say it in this video. You said it in the past videos. Which isn't necessarily once again, but still not... It's just not the right way of transitioning, I would say. But anyway, yeah. Once again. I forgot what I was going to say. I just said once again, then had that little run, and now my mind has disappeared. I guess we'll stick to... I can't think straight with Merv eating like that. Can you stop it, Merv? Freaking parrots, man. But yes, we're about to get started on the little bit of the windmill right here. We're nearly halfway through the video, and I've not really been sort of talking about it so much. I don't think I like the design that I came up with, because it feels like it's mostly my own design. It's not an exact replica of the structures that you will find in Age of Empires. It's slightly different. I tried to make it look like it made sense, but really, I go back to the scaling problem, really. And also the fact that it's a house that has this thing at the top of it. It just seems quite weird. I actually get started on it right here, as you can see. This is an attempt that I tried to make and actually thought it's a little bit too small in its current sort of height. I wanted it to be as start that again. I wanted it to be as far away from the roof as it could be, so as it didn't look like it was hitting the roof every time it was spinning around. Which I, This is what I'm really trying to go for. So I chopped off the top and made it as slightly higher, which, to be honest with you, I don't think it ended up going the way I really intended it to be. I like it, but I don't think it's that great. But I wanted to show it anyway because, of course, this is all practice, and I'm probably going to try and emulate something very similar in the series, just because I think it's more interesting than making a windmill. Not that I don't like windmills. I love making windmills, but, you know, let's make things... I mean, I've made, like, what, 3 windmills in Stonehearth at this point? Well, I think 2, actually. 1 in the previous series and 1 in Stronghold. So, what was the other series? I think it was Rockside or something like that. No, Riverside. That's it. Riverside. There we go. As you can see right now, this is sort of the base. I suppose it's not really the base. I keep saying base. But this is the frame. That's it. The frame that I'm sort of going for. And you can already tell that the height is just... It's too big. It's just a little bit too big. Especially when you sort of compare it to the scale of the building itself. It's larger than the building. It shouldn't look like it shouldn't be there, really. It doesn't seem like it would stay up, which is very strange. I try several designs with the windmill. I say the windmill, whatever you call it, part of it. You know, the traditional cloth, not really cloth, windmill thing, just texture. Got there eventually, apparently. The texture, windmilly texture. These are all words I should have written down, but just too lazy to do that, apparently. Not only that, but I've also covered up. I always cover up something accidentally before I start recording, and I feel like I've done that already, being the images from Age of Empires 2, actually. They're right there. The other one is like... Can't read the title up there, but it's definitely something. What am I on about right now? I don't know. As you can see, it's sort of spinning on an axis. Right, on an axis? I don't really know. Like, you can see how it gets pushed along by the wind, if that makes sense. I've also got these sort of weird wood bits in between them. I tried to find images of a structure like this that existed, and I found a few interesting designs, but nothing really resembling a building the size of a windmill. Just mostly sails that connect in a very interesting way. Similar to what I'm creating right now. The video is going at 8 times speed, for those that are wondering, so it's very quick once again. And it's being created before, I believe, the 3rd video being the watermill, which I think was also in 8 times speed. So, unfortunately, we won't be able to really respond to some people that said it was a bit too fast. I'm trying to make these videos as short as possible, really. Otherwise, they're not really time lapses, are they? Like, they're just let's play building. Let's play the innkeeper. I mean, it's not really play. Let's watch past innkeeper try to do stuff. I mean, the only problem I really have with the building speed, anyway, is just the little nooks and crannies you can see right there. I was working on the bottom layer to try and actually have it all connect up. And I'm trying to make the top layer thicker as well, that connects the main sort of windmill section to the top of the building. And I sort of fiddle around with that. I try to make a little roof right here just to make things look a little bit more interesting. Make it more cog-like as well, as if it does have a weird spinny look to it. And it's meant to. It's meant to sort of spin. The entire center is meant to spin itself, and that's, you know, how the grain works. You know, how it still works like a normal windmill. It's just from the top, really. And I have to imagine there is a structure like this that existed. It's just probably not called a windmill. It's probably called something else that I'm completely unaware of. If anyone knows, then I'll happily rename it in well, if someone lets me know, then I'll be able to actually look it up and change the thumbnail and the name and everything, and that'd be fantastic. And then it won't be false. What is it? The building is just wrong. It's false. It's not the actual name at all. I was gonna say false advertising, but I'm already advertising it. Guys, some sort of false pretense. It's all right, really. I'm moving around a lot right now because I actually try and use the Hearthlings to my advantage. I mine into the ground, as you can see, and actually plant some roads around the building. I think the windmill that we have right here didn't look very good by itself, so I want to have a little bit of terrain and interesting additions to it that made it look a little bit more farm-like. I don't think I add the farms, but I think I add tilled land, as you can see right here, but I don't add any crops to it because that would have taken too long. Would it have taken too long? I don't think so. Maybe if I had a little bit of patience in me. But I think I was nearing the end of my time after work. So, before I had to get ready. So there we go. Not before I had to get ready. Before I had to go and do all the shiz and giggles. This video was actually made 3 days ago. But I couldn't actually get the talking bit done. So I'm here now. It's very interesting to see something that I built 3 days ago without actually knowing what was really going through my mind at the time. But as you can see, we're slowly transitioning towards the final look of the build right here. It's going to be nighttime first, but we're slowly transitioning today. And I think it looks alright. I don't think it looks amazing, but it's a good practice, I would say. I feel like next time I could probably make the building shorter, or maybe make it look less like a house, really. I mean, I'm looking at it right now, and I did definitely think to myself while looking at the structure that the sails at the top, we'll call it sails for the time being, the sailed blades, they're not really blades, are they? But oh well, blades at the top were a bit too big, and I still think that, but mostly not really in height, but in width. I feel like we could probably lower the sails or blades by about 1 block on either side. I think it's about 8 blocks across, so if we make it 6 blocks across, it might look a little bit more interesting. Or we can add more sails and maybe have some smaller ones in the sort of center a little bit more. It might make things look a little bit more interesting. I don't know. But the house at the bottom could not be a house. I didn't know what else to really make it. It just ended up being a house. But there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully I've entertained you with my random talking, because it was made 3 days ago, which is awkward because I don't know exactly what was going through my mind, but I know how I think to a certain extent. Give me a little bit of words, give me a little bit of words. Apparently, I would love to actually remember words. Your words are pretty fantastic. I have no words, apparently, because I'm trying to come up with a word that I've used a million times. But now, respect. Just give me some respect. Just give me that. I don't know what I'm trying to say at this point. But there you go. There's a windmill with some sort of Asian Chinese design. There we go. Fantastic, really. I'm not sure what I will be doing after this. It just seems to be random things that come up in my mind. Hopefully it's interesting. Let me know how you feel about it in the comments section. That would be fantastic. Because I feel like I don't think I like it so much. I think it's alright. I don't think it's great. I like the watermill more than I like this. But it's good practice. And I feel like once I actually get back round to doing it on the series, if I hopefully get round to doing it, then it might end up looking a little bit better. Even though, let's be honest, I'm going to be talking while building it in that time frame, which means, or when I actually record then, which means it's not actually going to look as good. It may actually look worse because I have to talk in the background. So, really, I'm just going to cross my fingers and hope nothing goes wrong. But anyway, feel free to like, share, and subscribe if you enjoyed yourself. Follow me on Twitter for updates on my channel and Twitch for live streams. I've been the Innkeeper, and you can see me next time. I'm not sure what I'm trying to say right now, but some outro music just came on that I wasn't intending to come on and threw me a little bit off guard. I can hear it, but you can't. But there we go. See you next time.